Okay, so I wasn't going to remake this, but I have no choice. So I have sitting in front of me a 4-page printed letter that was sent via e-card um, by a guy that is pissing me off because he's saying that basically I don't know why I hate him, and I do know why I hate him. He just doesn't believe me when I tell him why I hate him. So I'm going to read to you this 4-page e-card full of bullshit, and I will stop and I will tell you the truth, and then you'll realize why I hate him so very much. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to show you, you can't see it here, but there's a picture that says "My Precious." That's no-go number one. I hate you. Don't write "My Precious." I'm not your precious. I will never be your precious. Then the title says, "I am so freaking sorry." Freaking sorry is in caps. Okay. Dear Mandy. That's strike one. I've told you a dozen times. I don't like being called Mandy or any nickname that you've given me. I hate very much. Strike one. Let me start off with an obvious extreme apology. I was really shy and I didn't know how you would react when you suddenly saw me. I didn't want you or your mom to yell and cause a scene. I told a lot of friends that I just wanted a picture of you, but I guess of how much of a special friend you really are to me. Kind of took control. Okay. He's talking about Sakura Matsuri, which is in Brooklyn. That happened a couple weeks ago, and I went with my mom like I do every year, and we were sitting on the grass relaxing in a kind of public area, and we saw him walk the path. I yelped because I knew he was there. I didn't want to see him. I started laughing. My mom was really funny. She couldn't figure out who I was talking about for like 10 minutes, even though he was like right there. And we didn't move into anything. I didn't want to go up to him. I don't care. I didn't want to see him. My mom was on defensive. Everyone that asked a picture, she was like freaking out because she was getting my reaction, I guess. She couldn't honestly remember what the guy looked like. I wasn't going to start something. I told my mom not to start anything. But I did tell her that if he came up, I was going to tell him to back off, to leave me alone, and that was going to be the end of it. Okay. So that was it. Let's see. I really am sorry, and you know damn well I wouldn't do something that extreme to you, and I felt a lot more than betraying your trust. I let you down greatly, and I know it'll take a while before you can trust me around you. I really am sorry. Now, he's talking about, a few months ago, I was hanging out with some friends, close by friends, and we're out of state, like, he's in a different state than I am. And while my friend posted these pictures up, and didn't even tag me in them. Okay, I didn't even know the pictures were up yet, and I get this message from him that I looked really good in the outfit that I was wearing. And I'm freaking out because I'm like, I don't even know what he's talking about. I haven't seen any pictures. I don't know what's going on. A friend that was in the photos met him last year at the festival that I went to. And I didn't know her then. And I'm still not, like, friendly with her. She was just a girl that I met through a friend at this, like, gathering thing. So I freaked out. Because I was like, I don't know. At that point, I didn't know if he was re-adding all my friends on Facebook, because he did that prior. He did that while I was still in New York a couple years ago. And I went ballistic. I told all my friends, I was like, you need to delete him. He's adding my friends to try to get in contact with me. And my closest friend was like, yeah, okay, and went in and deleted him. But at that point, I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that I was getting messages from him about this outfit that I wore that I didn't even know he knew I was in. And that's how I found out. So I told the girl to be careful, because I know he can become very obsessive and creepy. And she was like, yeah, I told him a few things, whatever, and he won't leave me alone, whatever, my husband's getting involved. Okay, whatever. I was just being out there. I still don't really talk to her. I haven't talked to her since that day. But I was giving her the heads up, like, hey, I'm dealing with it firsthand. I know what's going on. And that was it. So it wasn't so much betraying my trust because I don't care who he talks to. I was just freaked out by that day because I was like, whoa. You're blocked from everything. I blocked you from Facebook, from my phone, from my email, from this, that, and the other thing, and you're still finding me. And supposedly you told me before I stopped talking to you that you weren't allowed to have a Facebook, you weren't allowed to have this, you weren't allowed to, so how are you finding this stuff out? So that was the one. Okay, let's see. Also, I would like to apologize to, of course, your mom. My mom doesn't want an apology. My mom wants you to go away. Obviously, she was upset the most at me, and I remember last year when you cosplayed someone from Black Butler, I forgot who, and I know it wasn't Ronald. It wasn't Ronald. It was Alan from the musical. I actually said that that the two of you have the same pretty eyes, and I even bowed to her for her to take the picture. Okay. That right there is bullshit. We were sitting on the grass. We were talking. He came up. He said to me, can I get your picture? He looked to my mom. She said, sure. She got up. She took the picture. There was no comment on eyes. There was no comment. There was no bowing. It was a simple, can I take your picture? She said yes. She took the picture. He walked off. I turned to my mom. I said, that is the guy I was telling you about. She was like, what? Why didn't you tell me? She was livid. Even though I told her, I pointed him out to her earlier in the day when I first saw him. But she wasn't paying attention. So that was that. That was all that happened. There was no bowing. There was no complimenting. That sentence right there is bullshit. Strike two. Yes, I know that I screwed up. Yes, I know that meant I screwed up big time, but I was too shy and also too upset in a sad way to even approach you after. The randomness had occurred. As a joke, if you did say yes to a picture, now he's talking about this recent festival. If you did say yes to a picture, which was another thing I was afraid you might not say, I wasn't going to say yes to a picture, no. It fascinated me for some odd reason that you would cosplay Kagome with no bow and arrows. I have expected you to cosplay someone from SNK or Yuna again. Okay. Now, here's the other thing. I've been a fan of Inuyasha since I was a kid, when Toonami was first on TV. That's how I learned about it. Cosplaying Kagome has been a dream of mine since then. I've never done it because I didn't have a reason to, but at a convention back in February, my friend was going as Kagura, and she was going to try to do an Inu gathering. I decided to get Kagome. That's how that happened. And I enjoy cosplaying her. She's fun. She's easy. I was actually going to a school function beforehand, and I wanted to cosplay for the festival after, so I needed something I could slip in and slip out of. She was perfect. That's why I wore her. And it was a public event in a park run in New York City. You do not bring bows and arrows, fake or not, to these events. New York is on high alert ever since 9/11 and recent attacks and threats and blah, 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 blah. So common sense dictates you don't bring any weapons. So I bring weapons. Okay. I was going to jokingly snark to your mom and say, as a joke, you're missing out on having an awesome authorish son-in-law. I do apologize greatly to her a lot. Okay. My mom hates his guts. Okay. I told her this. I read her this email when I got it, and she vomited the same way I did. One, she would never be happy with any sort of marriage or agreement or dating or relationship with him. I wouldn't allow it. But that's the one. And two, she doesn't care that he'd be an author-ish. What does an author even mean? Like, you're a half-ass author? I don't know. But that's something right there. I don't even know. I know that then pisses me off for a few reasons, but explaining it just, I can't do it. Then there's the rest of the page is a poem that I don't read. I haven't read. I got the email. I skipped over the email. I skipped over the poem. So next paragraph. I hope you didn't skim through all of that and just at least read it all. Yeah, I skimmed it. I refused to read it. Yes, it is a bit long, but I really just wanted you to know that you are still awesome, and at least I'm not going to deny anything of me being a jerk and an idiot towards. Good. Yes, it is true that I have lied to you a couple of times. Couple is kind of pushing it. It's more than a couple. Yes, it is still that I still have a crush on you, even as I'm writing you this. A crush is fine. People can crush on somebody for a million years. Doesn't mean anything's gonna follow through with it. I know I don't have a crush on him, so I would never let a relationship. But that's nor here nor there. But it is not obsessive. Good. Because my biggest fear was when I first met him, he would make comments about having, like, pictures of me on his wall and stuff, and I was like, that's creepy. I don't know you well enough. I haven't known you well enough. I'm not in a serious relationship with you. That's just wrong. Like, yeah, I have pictures of me and my friends and voice actors, like, on my walls, but that's because I physically met them, and, like, my best friend and stuff, that's what's on my wall, but that's it. They're friends. We're all friends. I get it. It's cool. But he'd be like, yeah, I'm looking at your picture. Like, he would take my Facebook pictures and my MySpace pictures and print them out and put them on his wall. And how I know because he told me. That's creepy. That's totally creepy. And I puked every time I was told that. Okay. It's like I said before, you're honestly and actually very different than many girls that I've met before. Yeah, because I don't deal with the bullshit. I know that doesn't sound confusing, but here's an example of your awesomeness. I think talking about this girl, this gymnast in Russia, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to read it to you guys and bore you with it. It's stupid. I still like you and want to try to at least have you get an awesome acting job. Don't. Okay, don't. You are nobody. To me and to everyone else in the acting industry. They don't give a shit who you know. Because you're a nobody. And you can't get me work. I don't want you to find me work. Just leave me the hell alone. Okay. You really don't want Christine, who is rumored to have attempted to apply to many acting jobs and made many videos, to get a job before you of all people, don't you? I don't give a shit what Christine does. Christine is an ex-girlfriend. And an ex-friend. Just like I am. And apparently he's not supposed to be talking to her or following her either, so how the information is getting along, I don't know. But, I don't care what Christine does. Not at all. She can have a million acting jobs. She can make 1,000 videos. She could be famous for all I care. I don't give a shit what somebody else does. Plus, it's the industry. I might not have been picked for the role anyway. See, if you knew the industry, you would know this shit. Okay? Okay. Also, there are 2 games that were released for PS3, which literally have your name on it. So which one do you want me to get you? The new DBZ game or the Final Fantasy X-10-2 collection? Okay, one, neither. Never buy me nothing. I don't want you to buy me anything. I don't like you enough to buy me anything. And if I get something from you, I will send it back. Or I will sell it on eBay. And I will make a profit from it. Okay? Okay. Can I at least get you some of your cosplays? No. Some are male characters, so that makes sense. How does that make sense? Yes, I enjoy cosplaying men more because they're wearing pants, and I enjoy wearing pants. But I fully enjoy wearing female cosplays, too. I have Kagome, I have Yuna, I think I have a third one. I'm trying to do Elizabeth from BioShock. Like, I fully enjoy doing females too. It really depends though on who I connect to more when watching a show or playing a game or whatever, and it's usually more in favor of the male characters because they're usually either the main plot, like they're the main characters, or I just connect to them on some emotional or ideological way. That's it. That's the reason for it. Some are male characters, so that makes sense, and I know we at least are somewhat the same size. At least I know you and Mel are exactly the same size. I hope. Yeah, I don't know who Mel is. Like, I don't remember what she looks like. I don't know if I ever knew what she looked like. And I've also changed in size, so we're probably not the same size. And again, I don't want you to buy me cosplay. I don't want you to buy me anything, so that's a no-go. And again, if you buy me something, I will send it back, or I will sell it on eBay. I'm always in need of money. Money is good. Secondly, things that we have done as a hangout together are things that I really do not want to forget, even though there are many friends who say I should. Like when we went to the Dollar Pizza place, which was closed. Or like when we somewhat decided that the DBZ Mega Collection, which was around $260, would be on your desk in your dorm. Yeah, I told you then I didn't want you to buy it for me because $260 is a lot of money, and I didn't want you to buy me anything, and that was that. And again, if you bought it for me, I would send it back or I would sell it on eBay. $260 for a college student is a lot of money. Of course, I also gave you my 3 books. Hopefully you did have time to read one of them. Nope, I think I may have gotten through page 1 on the first one. A Gunslinger Girl DVD, which I hope you liked. I don't know if I ever watched it. And it was my favorite anime back in the day. A Sacred Moogle keychain, which actually has been blessed. Favorite Final Fantasy VI character, Only to Terra, which I hope you are taking good care of and not getting it dirty. And I sent it as a best friend present along with lots of other things in a box. Yeah, I have no idea what the keychain is. Yeah, I know, I think it was hanging in my desk. Like, before I really started to hate its guts, I think it was hanging in my room, in my dorm room back in New York, maybe? After that, I don't know, I moved and I don't know where anything is. And then also in the box there's a t-shirt. I think the tags are still on it. I think it might be in my closet. Again, I don't know. That keychain is something I do not give away. Quick advice, if randomly I send you something, anything Grellosia related, especially Grell, consider it that well, let's not say it. Yeah. Again, I would send it back. Or burn it. Or again, sell on eBay. And you have many, many nicknames, which probably tied with Melissa, like Sacred Kagome, Puke, or of course my all-time favorite, Lelouch Bear, which I've told him from the very beginning that nickname can burn in hell. I hate it. But because he's such a stupid idiot that doesn't listen to anything I say, he continues to use it and then gets pissed off or then wonders why I get pissed off with him. Because he doesn't freaking listen. Ever. And I'm trying so hard not to curse, which means I'm very, very pissed off. 2 out of like 35 nicknames. Yeah, and if you list 35 nicknames to me, I will punch you 35 times. Because unless you call me Amanda, or you're a very close friend to me, and maybe abbreviate my name, I don't want you to call me anything. The only nickname I have allowed was a nickname between me and my 3 best friends in high school. That was it. Anyway, no more jokes. It has been difficult to try and continue my journey without you there, whether fixing your car or telling me that what that word in front of the Japanese restaurant means. Yeah, I don't speak Japanese. You don't speak Japanese. I'm gonna ask what something is, but it doesn't mean anything. It's not like a haha, look, I want to be cute. No, it means I don't know what it means, and I'm kind of trying not to read it out loud, but like my mind wants to learn it. I mean, like, you are a cute and funny person to me, and I'm simply a jerk for ruining everything like so many times. Yeah, you are! I guess I was too upset at myself for ruining our dating time. Dating time! Funny story. Alright, we're gonna stop this, and we're gonna tell you a funny story. So when I met him, back when I was 16, that was like 7 years ago, we started talking through MySpace, and he messaged me a couple weeks after we were talking, or maybe a month after we started talking, and asked me if I would be his girlfriend. I was 16, he was 21. I said yes. I was like, cool, this kid from New York is interested in me, that's all fine and dandy. It lasted a week. Maybe not even, maybe 4 days. Because soon after, I would tell him I'm in class from 7 a.m. to 2:15, Monday through Friday. I am a high school student. He would call me at 8th period, which was like at 11 o'clock, until 11 p.m. He would call me nonstop. I am in class. I do not want to hear my phone vibrating for freaking 12 hours. And then after school, I would go to tennis or I'd go to work, depending on the season. I would be in work. I would have stuff to do. And I would tell him, look, I am at work from 4 to 8. You cannot call me. He would call me from 4 to 8. And he'd call me when I got home. He would call me until I would pick up the phone. And it got so bad that I refused to pick up the phone because I was screaming. I actually locked my cell phone in my filing cabinet at one point because I was so pissed off of it vibrating. And I would turn it off, but I knew it would go to voicemail, and I didn't want to have a dozen voicemail messages, because that did happen at one point. So I would just let it ring, and like, I'd just put it locked up, and I wouldn't touch it until the next day. So that Friday, I was like, you need to stop. And it didn't really stop. So I was like, it's done. I'm not dealing with this. You're a pain in the ass. You're kind of really obsessive. And then I find out that while he was trying to get together and, like, date me, he was also dating this other girl, like 6 months prior to that, and he was still dating her while he was talking and trying to date me, and dating me, actually. So I found this up because we stopped dating, and he was like, yeah, this girl and me have been dating for 6 months today, and I was like, wait, 6 months, you were dating me? It's not humanly possible. I realized he'd been cheating on both of us, and I was like, yeah, that's bullshit, I don't play those games. So I told her. I'm glad she has a happy life with her new husband. Okay, so that is a little side story. That is the dating time that's in quotes in the letter. Before that, I did things that were too much, even for a friendship. Yeah, and that was also strike 3. You already know that I never did try anything sneaky toward you on the times that we hung out. No, because if you tried to be sneaky and perverted, I would punch you in the face. I don't care where we are, I would punch you in the face. There are some things this girl doesn't deal with. I enjoyed your performance in school and at the convention, which even though it was a video, the con one, I am trying my best to balance on finding a job and finding you a job. That's right, you heard that correctly. Okay, stop, rewind. I posted on Facebook my senior year in New York that I was doing this play, and I was inviting people to it because I wanted, you know, friends and family to come. So I posted it up, and like for my cousin and stuff, and he was like, yeah, I'm totally gonna be there. So I turned around, and I tell my 2 best friends. They were on lookout for me. If I thought someone looked like him was in the audience, they knew about it. They had they buried me. It was awesome. They knew I didn't want to see them. I didn't want to deal with it. So they were my bodyguards, and I love them for it. They are my best friends. I love them. My brothers. And I did a thing at the New York Anime Festival right before it stopped for their, like, talent. It was called the Variety Show, that's what it was called. And I did a skit for the Variety Show, and AC Paradise recorded it, and it's on the website. That's what he's talking about for the video. And also for the trying to find me a job, I have a job. I have a full-time job. It may not be the greatest full-time job, but it pays my bills. So please don't find me a job. And I don't want you personally to find me anything. I know you're not that obsessed on acting, but so far there was that one I did pass your number to. I'm not sure if they contacted you. I do want to help you if there's anything you need, which will not require a ring. The ring part is because he tried to propose me at least 3 times, twice on a birthday card. Once, and neither time we were dating. So that was a no-go. And then he wondered why I said no. Because I wasn't dating you, I'm not going to marry you. That's kind of how that works. The other thing is, I actually am obsessed with acting. That is my major. That's been my major since middle school. And I don't want anything else. Okay? But I don't want you to find me a job. And no one ever contacted me, but if they did, I would tell them, please stop calling me. And the guy that gave you my number is an asshole. Please delete my number and his. Okay? Okay. I don't understand why you're this way because you know how much I care, and I'm the first one on the list of people who would like to help you. I don't want your help. I don't need your help. I don't want to be your friend. Okay. Heck, if you had a performance of something, I'd say camped out for 2 weeks. That's fine, that's Sandy. I don't really give a shit. I don't want you there, but I can't stop you from doing something. That's how much I respect you and your skills. Leave me alone. We've been together for so long as friends. Yeah, I knew you when I was 16. The friendship to me died my senior year in New York. I graduated in 2012. We've been together for so long as friends. Having you gone would really feel empty. Well, then get used to the empty feeling because I'm no longer your friend. All of my friends say to let you go. Good, they're smart. Yay! Like the movie Gravity. And I give you my word that I am trying. Well, try harder. It's probably because of your awesomeness that I still want to be your friend. Well, I don't want to be your friend, so please go away. I know you can't. I know you think I can't improve. You can't. We've tried. Since my actions have said so much. Obviously during Sacrament Surrey, and of course even before then. I'm still remotely confused as to your last AIM comments that you said to me that I lied to you. You lied to me because you kept telling me, I don't have this, I don't have this, I have no contact with this, but you always seem to pop up on my feeds. No matter who I am friends with, he always seems to pop up. Now, for someone that's not supposed to have a Facebook and not supposed to be checking messages and these people and da-da-da-da-da-da, you shouldn't be knowing things. That's just kind of how that works. I can smell bullshit a mile away, and I smell it all over you every time we talk. So that's what I mean by, lying and all that fun stuff. Because you're a liar. You're a compulsive liar. I didn't know how or in what form did I lie to you, but my guess, which is probably wrong, but I still want to at least say it, is that I probably lied to you among the area of liking you. I don't understand what that is. I don't care what that is. Whatever. I am trying to change this part of myself of liking too many people, probably because I like too many people. You probably couldn't trust me, even if we dated. That has nothing to do with anything. You can trust 1,000 people if you want. That doesn't change anything. I don't like you because you're an asshole that won't leave me alone, that doesn't understand the word no. I do want to hang out with you and at least go shopping for stuff around the area here. Never gonna happen. It would be nice to at least go out to eat. I don't think I could trust you around buffets anymore. LOL. Okay, stop. Time out. I don't understand that sentence at all. We went to a buffet once. It was his idea. He's like, oh, there's this really cheap restaurant that does a lunch buffet. And I was like, whatever, it's Chinese food. I don't really care. I'm hungry. I'm in the city. I want cheap. We went to this buffet. I had maybe a plate and a half of food. Maybe. And it wasn't even like overfilled plates of food because I don't usually overfill my plates. So, I don't know what happened. I went up, got my food, ate it, talked a little bit, gave him some more advice that he didn't listen to. Got up, had a second plate. Maybe got desserts, then I don't even know. Came back, sat down, paid our bill. That was it. He put out a 20. The bill was like 37 something. I didn't keep cash on me. I just used my debit card. I gave him back the 20 I paid with my card. We left the restaurant. That was it. Nothing happened. I have no idea what he's talking about. And this is what I mean by bullshit. Because his mind is so full of lies and shit that he doesn't understand, like he doesn't remember the proper facts. And to talk and to make up all of this. Make up what? That you're an asshole? It's not going to change. I am deeply sorry, but it would be nice and cool if we could cosplay together. I still want to do this with you. It's never going to happen. Ever in a million years. In a million years. Over my dead body will it happen. And even then I will be cremated then to make sure it never happens. At this moment of fight, the anger... Oh, there's another... I feel like there's another poem here. No, that's just a lie. Okay. The moment that you don't believe in me, that I can change, makes you really upset in myself and makes me feel that I have failed you. You have! Because you say, yeah, I've changed. I believe you. I'm going to listen. And then the same shit happens again and again and again and again and again to the point where I'm like, he's never going to change. He's an asshole. It's just done. There's only so much I can do for a person. I feel like a big screw-up, and you should. And I give you my word that I'm not planning on asking you out, not in this letter, but maybe later in the future if I feel like I'm ready to ask. Instead, like in the past when it was every month. Yeah, that was really obsessive. That's check number 4. Obsessiveness is like a pet peeve of mine. Do not obsess. Ever. But yeah, he used to ask me out, like, every time he talked to me, and I was like, no. Or he'd make plans, like, we have all these plans set for Valentine's Day, and I was like, well, I'm going out with my boyfriend. I kinda can't. What do you mean you can't? I'm so depressed. I told you I had plans. Yeah, because I'm going out with my boyfriend. My boyfriend takes priority. Person I want to see is boyfriend. Person I don't want to see is you. Whose plans will I keep? And again, if he asks me out another letter, the answer is going to be no, because I don't want to see his face. And I'll probably burn it and take it to the cops and be like, he's a stalker and he's creepy and he won't leave me alone. Things without you feel impossible, but I know for a fact that you do want me to let you go. Yay, he's learning! There have been times that I have indeed tried to do so, but with no avail. Try harder. I am 100% confident that I will be able to do so this time. So far, this isn't working. You've emailed me after this letter like twice. It's not like we meet or see each other every day in that aspect. But at least I know, and I hope, you're not like the types of people who would still talk about me I hope not. Unless you talk to me first, like I get emails from you, I don't usually go, there was this one time this kid used to like talk to me all the time. My best friend knows when I get emails from him because that's when I talk about him. I know I'm repetitive in letters to you, of course, but I do need time to be a better friend to you, which is all I want. Then there's another poem, which we will save time and not do it. La, 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 la. All of this is true. I really don't know what is going on or why you're angry with me all of a sudden. I just listed all the reasons. I tell you the truth that you are the only person who is just awesome. I mean, I gave you Moogle Keychain, the Newsflash Trilogy, box of things. You cannot buy my friendship with things. That is something I've told you many times before, too. I am not someone you can buy shit for. Like, love me, here's this. It doesn't work that way. I don't go for that ever. A way to teach you how to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which turned out to be a bit horrible. Yeah, 'cause I never played it before, and that thing pisses me off. Like, I'll be really pissed off about something, or I will mention something, and he'll turn around and use, like, an anime reference or something, and it's like, no! Go away. Like, it doesn't work that way. Every time I apply for a job, I always put you as a reference first. And if they ever contact me as a reference, I will tell them that he's a sleazeball, stalker, creeper, that'll just creep girls out and not to apply, and not to hire him. Because you don't put people that hate you as a reference. And you don't put people that you don't ask first as a reference. I took you around New York City when you needed something. I know anyone else could have done this, but I felt happy we hung out. I hope I got you into Exist Traced. Yeah, don't care for Exist Traced, never cared for Exist Traced. It can still be a band I don't care about. And as for New York City, I don't remember, like, I know we walked to the city, but I didn't ask him to take me around the city. Like, I didn't know where this is, let's go together. It was, at that time we were still friends, and it was, let's hang out. It's like, okay, that's cool, and we'd walk, like, Bryant Park, and walk around the city. That's not, like, taking me around the city, that's just us hanging out. That's different things. And that's something, like, that's, like, 4 or 5 or whatever for me, because it's, like, we would do something, like, as a friendly hangout, and he would turn into this big thing. Well, I did this for you, and I did that for you. No, you didn't. We hung out. Like, and I would tell you, you know, don't rest your head on my shoulder. I'd get pissed off, and you would do it anyway, and I'd shove him off. And he was like, I'm so hurt by it. Well, you should be. You don't listen. I extremely and graciously apologize that this letter sounds a bit obsessive. It does. Oh, gracious, very pretty unit. Please kill me. But you have changed me very much in a friendly way. Well, you don't show it. There are things that I really do appreciate that you have done for me. Graduation would be first, but of course you helping me deal with Gwen at that time is up there as well. Yeah, Gwen was a girl that didn't like you at all. But you, being too stupid to realize, just kept bothering her. Because how dare no one like you? I probably think that it'd be difficult for me to give you up because you're the one of the small handful of people who are honest. Even before I met you, there were people who have lied to me, and because of how much I have tried to be friendly and trusting to people, they would take my kindness and use it to play around with my kindness. So that didn't make any sense. I hope you know what I mean. No comment. You already know what happened after I met you. I was way too immature, and you still are. And of course, that's why you dumped me. No, I dumped you because you would call me 12 times a day, even though I told you I'm in class or I'm at work. Don't call me, and you would call me again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And I was like, no, I don't play with those games. Even during the time that I was dating Melissa, I realized that she didn't like me for me. Yeah, you gave her money because she was like, hey, Steve, give me money. And you were like, okay, here's money. I guess after the death of Celeste, which confuses me, whatever, I have been careful about who I speak to and eventually who I try to date. I guess that all those roads led back to you. Don't see how, but whatever. If I can't have your friendship back, then I at least would like to have your trust back. Never gonna happen for friendship and never gonna happen for trust. If you don't want me to talk to any of your friends, that's fine as well. Good, don't. They will want to punch you in the face. Just please don't be angry with me anymore or see me as some worthless person who isn't worthy to be your friend. Let alone loosen or tie your sandals or shoes or squirrel girl shoes or take her go make. See, that's the shit that pisses me off. Like, you're trying to write a serious apology and you're throwing in anime references. Your credibility as a writer or as, you know, someone that's sincerely sorry just dies right there every time that happens. I really do believe that I do deserve another chance. You don't. I gave you way too many. You were obviously very funny, and just seeing you smile would make me happy. Just hanging out normally would be awesome, so how about it? And then it goes into mood, music, eating, whatever, playing, whatever. P.S. If it's alright, I was wondering if we could hang out to buy Mother's Day gifts in Flushing. If you want, it's a half Chinese, half Korean mall, or in another area. And yes, no matter how much you will stop me, I have to get your mother something as well. My mother will take whatever you buy her and will literally set it on fire. That's how much she hates you. And I would never go into Flushing to hang out with you because I don't want to hang out with you. I don't like you. I really, really freaking miss you. At least unblock me from your phone. No, and calling me from another number that doesn't come on my phone so I can't block you will not make me like you anymore. Won't let me be your friend anymore. Won't make me hate you any less. Leave me alone. Oh, and for my third book, I want to make you a character in my story. Yes, you. Is that alright? I promise you will have a very strategic and important role in the story. Let me know and I reply soon. Let this last e-card I send you. Let this be the last e-card I send you that I promise to you. No, he'll just email me now. That's apparently how that works. And no, I don't want to be a character in your story. And if I find out that if you ever get your story as published, and I find that I am in your story, I will sue you. And remember, I think it's a poem after this. Yeah, there's a poem. I'm not going to read it. And it goes, please come back. Have you heard of the show Welcome to Night Vale? That is my secret. I will not tell you because I don't want you to talk to me about it. Okay? That is the 4-page e-card that I got. That is my response to it. That is my thoughts on it. Okay? Thank you all for watching. And to whom this involves, go away. Leave me alone. Stop contacting me. I've already contacted my local police about trying to get a restraining order against you. Okay? Okay, thanks. Bye.